I'm Mirka, I'm 16 years old, and I'm 19 weeks pregnant.
I'm Ethan, I'm 16, I'm the baby's father.
Oh gosh, that's a weird way to start this video, isn't it? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna be reacting to a TLC video. Basically, these teenagers are having a daughter. A couple of you guys have requested for me to do this video, so yeah, let's just react to it.
In a month, it will be our 1-year anniversary.
Their 1-year anniversary of dating. So you're telling me they've been dating for less than a year and she's already pregnant? She is 16, like that is so scary. I could not imagine 16-year-old me having a baby. I'm 18, so that means I would have given birth 2 years ago. Imagine if I was a girl and I gave birth, that would be terrifying.
We met in biology class. I was 15, she was about 14.
I had just moved to Harlingen, and it was my first day at school. So I was like, okay, I don't want anyone to talk to me. I had my resting B phase.
She has a resting B face, yet she's pregnant a year later. I just can't get over the fact that they're literally a couple. Like, I forget kids actually get into relationships. I was never a child to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. I just couldn't imagine myself being in a relationship. Is that not like so scary that like he's basically gonna be stuck with her for the rest of his life? Like, they're gonna be connected in some way forever.
I still sat next to her because she's just stunning. She's like, I don't think there's any flaws about her.
Oh, come on, you're teenagers. I just find it so cringy whenever teenagers flirt like that with each other. They say they're beautiful, but last time I checked, teenagers are ugly. Especially when they're 14 or 15, that's when they're going through puberty. They go from looking like a baby to ugly to beautiful. I love how I'm talking about teenagers having a glow up when I haven't even had one. Like, I still look like a 14-year-old.
We dated for about a week before we had sex. And I lost my virginity to Mirka.
Oh my gosh. I can maybe understand that in an adult couple, but not a teenager couple. You guys, these teenagers are crazy. Oh my gosh, I feel so weird watching this video. Like, I feel like somebody's stalking me. Do you ever feel that way whenever you're watching like a kind of inappropriate video? Like, you just feel like somebody's watching you from somewhere.
It was so awkward.
It wasn't going bloop.
Excuse me, what? Can we just replay that?
It wasn't going bloop.
I don't know what she was on about. Oh my gosh, I feel so awkward watching this video.
The first time was the only time we used a condom.
Oh gosh, I don't want to know about this. See, that's what happens whenever you don't wear protection, you become pregnant. Is it not so crazy that if they actually done what you're meant to do, she wouldn't be pregnant? Like, is that not like so crazy? I guess if she doesn't want the baby, she could just rip it out or like give it away.
How it started was I took it off and she enjoyed it.
Dude, you're making me sound like easy or something.
These are children, like these are literal teenagers. These people are like 3 and 4 years younger than me. I think she's 16, so she's 2 years younger than me. That's so scary. Like, they literally hooked up within a week of meeting each other. That means they were 14 and 15. Whenever I was that age, I was literally making YouTube videos and playing Minecraft.
So, are you excited to go with your mom?
She always makes me feel kind of bad. Cause like, she makes me feel bad, like just about everything. The relationship with my mom growing up, I kind of just thought I was like her help.
Oh no, I feel like we're gonna be hit with something really sad. Like, I feel like this is gonna be really sad. I know it's coming, but I hope it isn't coming, if you know what I mean.
When my parents got divorced, we didn't have a lot of money. So my mom was always working just to survive off basically just paying rent and getting food. We rarely went out to eat. We rarely went out to places together as family. Mostly because my mom was always tired from working, because it was always just for her trying to save money.
I understand what she means. Basically, they weren't as fortunate as other families where they didn't have loads of money. It honestly really irritates me that families have to work so hard just to be able to get the bare minimum, whenever other people can literally do nothing and they get loads of money. Like, the world is so flawed and I honestly hate it. But I really hope the mother didn't take it out on the daughter.
Was your mom coming for you or were we dropping you off?
I mean, she told me that she was gonna come around 11. I'm kind of nervous, to be honest. I haven't seen her in a while. Like, 3 weeks is a while for me, but yeah.
So she hasn't seen her mum for 3 weeks. Has she been staying with the boyfriend? If she's been staying with the boyfriend, he's got an amazing family. I know a lot of families would not be as warm as his family. Like, if they're literally letting her stay with him, they're great. Like, they're a great family to have around you. She hasn't seen her mother in 3 weeks. That's nearly a month. That's a long time. I can imagine that happening to me. Like, that's actually so sad. I feel bad for her.
When he broke the news to me that Mirka was pregnant, Ethan said Mirka's mom is not going to be happy, and she has told her before that if she were to ever get pregnant, that she would have to leave.
I've never understood why parents do that. I can understand that they might be annoyed with their child, obviously because she's 16, which is quite young to have a baby. But what is kicking them out and making them homeless gonna do? That's just gonna make their life so much worse. It's kind of like whenever kids are bad, parents will take their technology or like their beloved things and break them. Like, why'd you smash up a kid's Xbox? That's not gonna do anything. That's literally gonna create internal anger and make the child hate you. Like, that's how you're gonna create a killer child.
And so I said, well, you know, a lot of mothers say that it may not be true, but Mirka's mom said, okay, you need to leave.
That is very true because a lot of parents threaten their kids with kicking them out. It's happened to me before. I remember I used to go out with my friends. My parents were like, if you're not home in time, you're going to be kicked out. It's actually quite a scary threat, isn't it? But it's sad that her mum literally went through with and actually kicked her out. If I ever had a child, even if they annoyed me loads, I still wouldn't be able to do that. Like, I would just feel way too guilty with knowing that they're basically homeless.
So Ethan asked us if she could move in so that they can raise the baby together, and we agreed that that would probably be the best thing to do.
Ethan's parents seem so lovely. Like, why can't all parents be like them? They're really supportive, and sometimes you need that. Like, you really do need supportive parents during times that they're going through. Like, having a baby at a very young age is not easy. It would be very difficult. And it must be so much worse for Mika considering her mum literally kicked her out.
Michelle and I were in a similar position as Ethan and Mirka. When we were 15, we were pregnant.
I did unfortunately have a miscarriage.
Oh gosh, that is quite sad, isn't it? But I feel like the parents understand what their son and his girlfriend have got themselves into. Like, they've been through that situation. So I guess that's why they're so fine with it and accepting and letting the girlfriend stay with them. I wonder if Mika's mom's gonna accept her and like help her bring up the baby, or if the baby's just gonna be kept at Ethan's house. Because you don't know, mums like that could start to lash out and you don't want to put your child in danger.
But I was asked to leave my house and stay with Charlie so that he could support me.
Oh, so the exact same thing happened to the mum that's happening to Mika. Why does it seem like a thing that only happens to daughters? I wonder how Mika's mum would react if Mika was a boy and he got someone pregnant. Like, would the mum kick him out? Honestly, I feel like it's just a gender thing. Like, if Mika was a boy, he wouldn't have got kicked out. But because Mika's a girl, she's got kicked out. It's actually kind of sad and messed up, isn't it?
My parents, they were still supportive. I mean, they helped us out as much as they could. In Mirka's case, you know, her mom really didn't want anything to do with the baby.
I can kind of understand why the mother wouldn't want anything to do with the baby, but that's not really the right thing to do in my opinion. Like, at the end of the day, if your daughter's pregnant, she's probably gonna give birth to a child. You can be annoyed, disappointed, all of them emotions, like that's completely fine and normal. But at least try to help her, you know? Like, don't kick her out and just completely cut her off.
Being Mexican, I'm very religious and very Catholic. Growing up, my mom and I would go to church every Sunday. It was just like where we get to spend time together, where she's not working. It was our bonding time.
Okay, so Mika and her mum go to church, which means they must be pretty religious. Whenever it comes to religious families, there's two types. There's like the die-hard really religious families, and then there's the families which are kind of religious but not really strict. Obviously, her mum is extremely strict, and yeah, I understand that. But still, it's your daughter, like that's literally your child.
I'm feeling kind of nervous about how things are going to go today because since I moved in with Ethan's parents, I haven't gone to church with my mom or seen her in like 3 weeks.
I still don't understand why her and her mum haven't seen each other. Like, is the mum purposely saying no and ignoring her? Or is there a bit of tension between them two? I feel like they've definitely got a tiny bit of tension. You know, whenever you go and see somebody who you haven't seen in a while and like it just feels awkward, I feel like there's a lot of that going on in this situation. Have they not spoken for 3 weeks, or is it just they haven't seen each other in real life and in person for 3 weeks? Like, I wonder if they've actually spoken to each other and communicated. Oh, here's the mom.
I am Liliana, I am 38 years old, and I am Mirka's mom.
Just from that clip, I can tell there's a lot of tension. The mom seems so scary and angry. Like, I'm kind of scared, I'm intimidated. She's kind of like that one scary teacher everyone had in school. Like, I don't know how to feel about it, I'm kind of a bit scared.
Basically, when I know that I'm going to see my mom, I kind of get a little bit nervous just because I never know how she's going to react. Especially since
My mom and I haven't really hung out or talked or anything since she kicked me out.
I can completely understand why she's nervous. Her mum is terrifying. Her mum literally looks like somebody who would shout at you. I'm telling you right now, if her mum shouted at me, I probably would cry. She's one of them people, like, I just don't know how to describe it and like how to explain it. She just is scary.
Well, let's get one thing clear. I didn't kick her out. She kicked herself out. She knows that I love her, But at the moment that she decided that she was going to be sexually active, that's when she started considering getting kicked out of the house.
See, I don't really know if that's the best rule to have and like the best way to be as a parent. The way the mum sees it is tough love, but the daughter isn't going to see it like that. And at the end of the day, she's human, which means it's going to happen. Like, it's a human thing. Like, it's a normal human thing to be sexually active with somebody. Every human does it. But I still don't agree with the fact that she kicked her daughter out. Like, that's literally her child. She gave birth to her.
This is a decision that she made, not me.
So the mother's basically blaming it on the daughter and victim blaming her. Is that what she's doing? I don't really know. Like, I see what the mum's done, but at the end of the day, it's your child. Like, she didn't kick herself out. She just done a normal thing and you decided to kick her out. Oh, I can't stand that type of mentality that parents have where it's like, it's the child's fault. She's a child, what do you expect?
Mom, you know what I'm craving?
What?
Food.
We didn't even have dinner yesterday because I told somebody to have the kitchen clean by the time I got home, and guess what?
It wasn't clean.
It wasn't clean. So get what he didn't get.
Dinner.
I know exactly what type of parent she is and I don't like them types of parents. That child is 12, which means like it's a baby. Like whenever I was 12, I was so brain dead. Like I didn't know what to do. My brain wasn't working. I don't think I could have cleaned the kitchen or do whatever he had to do. So because he didn't do it, he didn't get fed. That's not tough love. Like I don't care what you say. That is not acceptable at all. I don't care if it's your parenting technique. The mum is taking all her anger and aggression out in the son. Trust me, it's not good.
I had been taking care of my brother since I was like 9. My role was to clean up and cook for him because my mom was out there working.
So she's basically been a mum since the age of 9. Honestly, she's gonna be a really good mum if she's able to bring up her brother. Trust me, it's not easy to bring up a child. I've never done it, but I know it's hard. That's honestly so sad that she had to bring up her like little brother since she was 9. Let me do some maths in my head. So I'm guessing she's basically been a mum since her brother was 3. So she's basically brought him up his whole life. Yeah, I don't know, there's something about this mum that's a bit sketchy. Like I feel like she's kind of toxic.
So I do feel bad that now she's just relying on my brother to do all these things, and I know he's not mature enough to get them done.
Exactly, he's literally a 12-year-old. Like, what 12-year-old knows how to clean a kitchen? What was I doing whenever I was 12? I think I was doing gymnastics. Like, imagine me trying to clean a kitchen. Absolutely not. I need to read some of the comments to see what they're saying. I just read the comments and they're basically agreeing with me and that she's abusive. How are you not going to feed your child because his room isn't clean? Like, he's 12.
I'm not a lovey-dovey person, and in Mexican culture, the way I grew up, you know, parents are very strict. So I don't cuddle my kids. I believe you need to let them suffer a little bit just so they can learn.
Absolutely not. That is abuse. Her children literally look miserable. Like, that's not Mexican culture, that's abusive culture. I've got a feeling it's been passed on from generation to generation. So the mother's mother was brought up like that, which means that she brought up her daughter like that, which means the mother's now bringing up her daughter like that. Like, that is so sad. Imagine not being loving and cuddling to your child. I could never imagine that. No wonder her children look so sad. Honestly, I've got a feeling that this mother doesn't even love her children, because by the looks of it, she doesn't.
How's school?
Stressful.
So did the principal called you to their office to talk about the pregnancy and stuff right now?
They told me, they're like, if you want, like, we can change your schedule so that you can have easier classes. And I was like, I don't want that. Like, I don't want easier classes.
At least the school's been supportive. Hopefully the mum can be now. I kind of like that the school's done that, because school is so stressful. And like, you don't know what she wants to do with her life. Like, she might want to be a doctor or something like that, which means she needs grades. So it's made me really happy knowing that the school's kind of been there to help her. Like, they're trying to ease her classes a bit. And I feel like schools should be like that. You're meant to go to school to learn and, you know, sort of be around people. And it's good to know that like the teachers and the school are supportive and that they're going to try and help her.
You have to understand that for me, her future was the most important thing. I wanted her to go on in life and be successful. So the main rule that I gave Mirka is do not come out pregnant. That's gonna be like the worst thing you can ever do to me.
Yet again, she's blaming the daughter. It's kind of like she's bullying the daughter in a way. Like, I don't like the way she's acting towards her. And just because she's 16 and giving birth doesn't mean anything. Like, it doesn't mean that her life's over. Loads of people have babies at a young age. Like, it's a normal thing nowadays. What you can do is give birth to the baby and then go back into school. Like, I just don't understand the parents. She's so horrible.
So when Mirka told me that she was pregnant, my world came rushing. Literally, I couldn't breathe.
Just sounds like a load of rubbish. Like the parents just a bully. I can't stand mums like that. Like there's just something about them. Like she's basically abandoned her daughter. Like that's awful.
It was just so hard on me. And in my mind, I'm thinking we're just another statistic, another single parent not having enough time to be there for her kids. And that's why she was pregnant.
Can she not see the way her daughter's reacting? Like her daughter looks so emotional. Her daughter literally looks like she's about to break down and cry. I don't like this way of parenting. I've said it before and I'll say it again. It needs to stop. It's abusive.
When I found out that you were pregnant, you know how I felt.
You thought the world was gonna end?
I mean, you made your choice, so let's not get confused about that, you know?
You literally kicked her out. Like literally shut up. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so stressed. Like I feel like I'm gonna break out in a minute. A big pimple is gonna grow on my face. How old is this mother? Like how old is she? I bet you she's quite young, but she looks about 60. Honestly, evilness can really age you, and this is proof.
So ever since I was little, she has had high standards for me, and I always tried to please her and make her happy so that she wouldn't be disappointed in me. And then this comes out that I'm pregnant, and it like everything just shatters. Like everything I had worked for, everything that I had done, like it didn't matter. It didn't matter how good I was in school. It didn't matter how responsible I was. She didn't want anything to do with me.
That honestly is so heartbreaking. I'm so happy that my family's not like that. Like at the end of the day, you shouldn't really care if your family are disappointed in you. If they truly love you for you, they'll never be disappointed in you. You could literally be anything and anyone and do anything. I don't know what I'm saying. Basically just be you. Like at the end of the day, family doesn't mean anything. They might be related by blood, but if they're toxic and they're not supportive, cut them off. What I personally see as family is somebody who's there for me, bubbly, warm, and basically just makes me feel loved. Like to me, that's family. I'm just so happy I'm not brought up in a place like that where her parents are just like so evil.
I can understand that Liliana was upset at Mirka being pregnant because I was upset at Ethan. It's hurtful, but you know that your dad and I will always be here for you. Like we love you unconditionally.
Why can't Mika's mum be like that? Like I honestly feel so bad for her. If I were her, I would literally cut her mum off and stay with them. They seem like such a nice, warm, loving family. Everyone needs a family like them. They don't judge you, they accept you for you. Like yes, I might be a bit annoyed about the pregnancy, but you know, it's life, it happens.
I'm trying to figure, you know, what she's trying to teach Mirka in this. I don't know. I just don't think that I could kick my daughter out if she was pregnant.
Honestly, same. Like, I don't think I could do it and I wouldn't do it. Anyways, guys, that is the end of the video. Basically, Mika, the 16-year-old, got kicked out of her house for being pregnant, and I feel bad for her. We reacted to a TLC video. If you want to see me react to more of their videos in the future, let me know and I definitely will. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the subscribe button. If this video does really well, I'll definitely react to more videos like this in the future. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed this video, and yes, I will see you all in my next video.